There are rumors surfacing that Iran may be gearing up for another attack on Israel yet again in the near future. We'll go through that along with what the attack might look like for Israel. There's some wild developments here. This attack might be something like we have never seen before. I'm Ben Hilton, and this is the Israel Guys. The Wall Street Journal dropped an exclusive this week on new leaks from Iran. As you know, since Israel's response to Iran's second attack on Israel, Iran is vowing to attack Israeli soil for the third time. It's really wild, the times that we live in, where Iran is lobbing ballistic missiles at other countries like they're spitballs, and no one seems to care outside of Israel. According to this new report, Iran most likely is planning to launch an all-out attack on Israel between the U.S. election day and the inauguration on January 20th. Apparently, they are specifically not attacking before election day because the U.S. has warned that any attack that happens before November 5th will be considered election interference by the U.S. It's so strange, this place that we're in, where the U.S. tells Iran, you can attack, just make it after this date. If you attack, this is how we'll probably respond and how Israel will probably respond. Here's what we won't do as long as you do specific types of attacks. It's so insane. It's like a giant game to the current U.S. administration. How about they tell Iran, you better not fire a single missile at our ally. If you do, we'll bomb your oil fields the next day. How about that? Or what if you attack Israel, we'll immediately hit you so hard you won't be able to think about firing another missile at Israel or any other sovereign country again for 100 years. That's the kind of foreign policy that works, not this half-hearted stuff we're playing now, the kind of stuff that would most certainly drag us into World War III if we don't change course. According to sources from the Wall Street Journal, this coming attack by Iran will use the Iranian conventional army, not just the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. This is because 4 soldiers and civilians were allegedly killed by Israel on October 26th in their response to Iran's second attack on Israel that happened on October 1st. Apparently, an Egyptian official leaked that the coming attack will be strong and complex. This is no surprise, as Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei vowed a crushing response to Israel's response to Iran's previous 2 attacks on Israel. I got to keep this straight. An Iranian official said that the operation could be launched from Iraq, something possibly confirmed by satellite imagery suggesting that Iran might be moving ballistic missiles and other equipment into Iraq. When asked about this specifically, Iran's foreign minister's spokesperson said yesterday that we would employ all physical and intellectual capabilities to respond to the Zionist regime. So I guess they didn't deny it specifically. Israel went on to warn the Iraqi government that if they don't rein in activity by Iran on their soil, they could face retaliation from Israel. In response to this imminent threat, Israel just raised their national threat level. Also, the U.S. military has shipped in B-52 bombers to the area, along with more Navy ships as well. Also, if Iran attacks Israel, Israel will now have the U.S. Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System operated by U.S. troops that will assist in Israel's defense. As far as I know, that system is operational right now. Israel also just reportedly started moving Israeli Navy ships across the Suez Canal into the Red Sea, some of which are capable of firing the new LORA missiles, which were developed by Israel and have a 400-kilometer range. We have more crazy details on what might be coming, but first, we are living in incredible times when prophecies our parents and grandparents studied are coming alive before our eyes. Every day, prophecies are being fulfilled as Israel takes center stage. But to truly understand these events, you need a Bible that explains God's obsession with the land and people of Israel. That's why you need the Israel Bible, one of the few Bibles translated directly from the original Hebrew into accurate modern English while retaining the soul of the ancient text. Inspiring verses are written in English transliteration so you can pronounce the holy language. It also has charts and maps to deepen your study. But what makes this Bible truly unique is the Israel-focused commentary on every page. clarifying prophecies and explaining how current events tie into the final redemption. This is the Bible that will guide you through the end times. Visit the link below now to order the Israel Bible today. Don't miss this opportunity to own the only Bible focused on God's relationship with the land of Israel. If you remember Iran's first attack on Israel on April 13th, Iran fired over 300 missiles and drones at Israel. That was followed by 180 ballistic missiles fired again at Israel back on October 1st. This third time, it seems like the scope of the attack might be expanded. Rumors are circulating that Iran is planning on firing 1,500 ballistic missiles, some of which might carry much larger warheads than were previously used. So this would be a pretty wild escalation. I don't know how much more punishment Israel's supposed to absorb before they are pushed to do something drastic with Iran. I hope the government of Iran remembers that if they overwhelm Israel's air defense system and thousands of Israelis start dying, God forbid, Israel does possess nuclear weapons, and if they get pushed to the wall, they will use them. Apparently, Washington has warned Iran not to attack Israel again. A U.S. ambassador to the UN, Linda Greenfield, said last week that there would be severe consequences if Iran attacked Israel or the U.S., and they wouldn't be able to hold Israel back in retaliation next time. Although with America's previous track record right now, I don't think Iran will think much of this threat. When a tiger threatens to roar for the umpteenth time and doesn't, at some point you stop being afraid. What Iran is afraid of, though, reportedly, is Donald Trump winning the presidency today. Arab officials told Reuters on Sunday that the Islamic Republic is afraid Trump would embolden Netanyahu to strike Iran's nuclear locations and cripple Iran economically again through sanctions on their oil industry. This is what happened last time Trump was president. Iran was crippled so badly that they didn't have the will or the resources to attempt any attacks on Israel or any other Western country. Since the Biden-Harris administration took office, though, the whole story has changed. Not only did they let up on sanctions against Iran, but they gave them billions of dollars in cash. It was like a lifeline and an empowerment for them to push the envelope of their long-term goals, the destruction or subjugation of Israel, and eventually the United States as well. We need strong leaders in the White House, again, here in America, leaders that will make bad actors like Iran think twice before trying anything foolish against Israel or any other Western country. Guys, we needed to continue to pray for Israel. They're facing multiple threats on all sides. Don't forget to check out Israel 365's Israel Bible. The link is in the description below. Make sure and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, stop listening to the lies and propaganda and connect with the truth of what is happening in Israel. We'll be back here soon at the Israel Guys.